Welcome to the Happy Black Woman Podcast, where we're on a mission to empower women to transform their lives through personal development and entrepreneurship. We bring you all the information, inspiration, and motivation you need to create a life of happiness, success, and freedom. Now, please welcome your host, the happy Black woman herself, Rosetta Thurman.
Hello, everyone. It is Rosetta, and welcome back to the Happy Black Woman Podcast. This is actually a very special episode of the podcast. I'm doing something today that I've never done before, and that is to do a Q&A episode. I've never done just a straight question and answer episode for the show, and I decided that since we get so many questions from our clients or students, people in our Happy Black Woman Facebook tribe, on our Facebook page, when I do my live stream videos, I get so many questions that are common and that you can benefit from if I just got on the podcast and answered some of them for you. So consider this to be the first installment of our new segment, Ask Rosetta. So hashtag Ask Rosetta. When you come on to my live streams and our Facebook page and our Facebook group, and your question can be answered on the show. So let's get right to it. Our first question comes from a viewer of one of my recent live streams. Last month, I did a live stream and I was talking about the importance of getting support as a Black woman who wants to do big things in her life and in her business. And this question came up from Hope. And Hope says, where do you find support when everyone in your circle says that you can't, are dream killers, and don't support you in anything that you've done and are doing? Where do you go and who do you turn to? And so I thank Hope for your beautiful question. She got a lot of response on our Facebook page, but I wanted to give my answer for the benefit of everyone in our tribe as well on the podcast. So where do you find support when the people around you can't support you? You know, one of the big issues that we have, especially as Black women, when we are going for a higher level in our lives, in our businesses, is that people around us, the people closest to us, are the ones that typically don't understand. They don't get it. They don't get why we want more, even though we have a pretty good life already. They don't know why we want to do more in our career, in our business, in our life. They don't understand why we want to travel. And since they don't understand, a lot of times they can't support us in the way that we want or need to be supported. So the other thing to keep in mind as you are walking this journey of creating your ideal life is that there are people around you who have never stepped out on faith in their own life. They've never taken a leap of faith. They've never taken a risk in their life or in their business. And so when you're looking to them for advice or encouragement, you have to know that they're not necessarily coming from the same mindset that you are. They may be having a mindset of lack or scarcity, and you are cultivating this amazing mindset of abundance and possibility. And so you're at odds with that person a lot of the time. And you have to understand that because it's not usually out of malice or someone genuinely wants to not support you, but they just don't know how. They can't. They don't have the capacity to do that. So what I recommend is that you find people and surround yourself with people that do have the capacity to support you. And what I always say is that, you know, if you have a circle right now that is not able to support you, they don't know how, they don't get you, they don't understand your goals, you need to find people who do. And that's not to say that you get rid of the people that you have known throughout your life, but that you add new people to your circle. You add new people to your circle. And so there are a few things that you can do. I suggest that there are 5 things that you can do to find support and increase your circle. And those 5 things are, number 1, attend networking events. Attend networking events where you will meet like-minded women. I say women, but men are cool too. But I find that there's no support like the support of a fellow woman, in my opinion. So attend networking events where you're going to find like-minded women And you need to obviously look for ones that are local. You can look for networking events that are, when you're going out of town, when you're traveling, there are networking events all over the world. And again, just make sure that they're going to be the kind of people that you're looking for. Make sure those people are going to be there. And you can look at the description of what the networking is, whether it's a business networking event or it is a networking event for people who have a certain hobby or a certain goal that they're trying to reach, right? So then, if everybody who's networking is working on the same goal or they have the same industry that you want to be in, it will be an amazing connection when you meet those people. Number two, go to retreats and seminars. I went to a retreat in 2013 with a group called Project Getaway in Thailand. And it was all about how to create a location independent lifestyle. And that's the lifestyle that I wanted to have. And I was almost there. I was like on the edge of crossing over completely into location independence, but I still had clients in DC. I was just looking for the support to push me to not have a home base in DC anymore. And I did. I went there and I was surrounded by like minded people. And 6 months later, I ended up moving to Hawaii, which was my dream location. So when you invest in yourself by going to retreats and seminars, you definitely can be in an environment where you're pushed. Typically, there's going to be more of an investment when you go to a retreat or a seminar, but it's highly, highly worth it. When you go to networking events, by contrast, they're typically a lower cost and sometimes they're free. But when you do retreats or seminars, a lot of times everybody in there has paid a fee to be there. And so their level of commitment is very, very high. And so they're the kind of people that can typically challenge you, they can push you, they can share with you their experiences because obviously they're serious about their goal. Number three is find a meetup group related to your goal. Find a meetup group related to your goal. So when I say related to your goal, I don't mean just find any meetup group that has, natural hair of Black women, right? We have a group like that here in Hawaii, and it's great. But you want to really be mindful of if you want to get support related to a goal that you're working on, you want to be in a group with people who are also working on that same goal. So go to meetup.com, meetup.com. I've been using that site, I don't know, since it first came out. I don't know, since 2008, 2009. I don't remember attending meetups and even hosting my own meetups when I was in DC. There are meetup groups for every topic. There's meetup groups for moms, business owners, people who want to lose weight, people who want to travel, people who want to learn a different language. There is a group for everything. And if there's not, you can just start your own, right? And attract those people who are working on the same goals that you are. But I love meetup groups, especially as a traveler. I have found meetup groups in every single city I've been in, and they can be a really cool way to expand your circle. All right, number four, join a book club or start your own. Book clubs, especially very targeted ones like people who read business books or people who read cookbooks or people who read, fiction books. Again, that's where you're going to find people who have very similar interests as you, interests and hobbies, and you can immediately connect with like-minded people. And there will be the kind of people that you want to create new friendships with, new relationships with, and they could be a part of your support network as well. Again, you can also start your own. If you're like, man, I wish, a lot of women, they say, I wish I had a group of people who I can vibe with, who I can connect with. And that's why we have so many ladies at our Happy Black Woman live events. And if you haven't been to one, you definitely should put it on your bucket list to attend one of our events because they are life-changing and transformational just because of the people in the room alone. If I didn't get on stage and say anything, our events would still be phenomenal just because of the people who are in the room. So start your own. If you don't have it, look, you will find other people who are looking for the same thing you are looking for. And last but not least, number five, host a gathering at your home and invite like-minded women to join you. So this could be a brunch, it could be a lunch, a dinner, whatever. You can also host a gathering at a restaurant or a coffee shop. Doesn't need to be anything complicated or fancy. Just reach out to some people that maybe you've met recently at a conference, at a networking event, at a retreat, a meetup group, whatever. just reach out via email or text and be like, hey, I'm getting together a group of like-minded ladies who have some big goals for this year. And I want to invite you guys to come to my house on Sunday. We're going to do brunch. We're going to do some vision boards. We're going to have a lot of fun. And, let me know if you're in, right? And just feel free to invite all the people that you've met or that you even haven't met yet, but you may have crossed paths online, maybe in a Facebook group or something, and you know that she lives in your city. Just reach out and host something. Be the change that you want to see in your own life, where you are connecting people to you and attracting people to you that have similar mindsets, similar goals. And that is where you will create your own support network, and you still get to interact with your family and your friends, but now you're not depending on them to give you the support that you need because they don't get it, they can't get it, they don't have the capacity to do that, but they still love you. They don't hate you. They just cannot engage with you on that level. When you do these 5 things, attend networking events, go to retreats and seminars, find meetup groups, join book clubs, and host different gatherings at your home, at restaurants, doing your brunch, drinks, happy hour, whatever, you can create your own support network, and it will be so powerful for you in your journey. So that's my answer to Hope's question, and a question that I know is on the minds of a lot of women in our Happy Black Woman tribe. Thank you, guys.
Thank you for joining us on the Happy Black Woman podcast. If you want all the show's notes from today's episode, go to happyblackwomanpodcast.com. Plus, we'll send you a copy of Rosetta's free life mapping workbook. We look forward to empowering you next time. And until then, do something this week that makes you happy.